Hey everyone! So I am here today with a good friend of mine, Jessica. Um, as you can see by the title, we are doing the Get to Know YA book tag. And I also did a collab with Jessica on her channel. We did a Harry Potter quiz thing. So if you want to go check that out, please feel free. That and her channel will be linked in the description. So just over to Jessica. She can say whatever she wants to say about herself.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I have my own channel. I talk a lot about blindness and just kind of like related blindness stuff and college stuff and TV show reviews. I'm pretty random. Feel free to subscribe, and thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Me too. Okay. Do you want to go with the first question? No. Okay. Do you want to go with the first question?
Yeah. I'll read it and then I'll answer it, and then you can answer it, and then you can read the second one. Well, I kind of go back and forth if you want to do it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right. So this is the all about book tag. There are 12. First one is favorite book of all time, and I don't know. I love a good. I like a lot of books. We both love books, hence this title. Hence this tag. What am I saying? And I think one of my favorite books of all time is definitely Marley and Me, just because I'm a dog lover. I have 2 dogs, and it's one of my favorite things to just like curl up and read when I'm sad or when I want like a funny book, but that's also very emotional. So Marley and Me.
Okay. Mine is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I read this book when I was 15, I think, and I still remember a lot of it. I still have the audiobook, and it's fantastic. I will never get over this book at all.
Awesome.
Okay. The second one, favorite book 5 years ago. So, for me, I guess this is a silly answer, but The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I would say The Book Thief, but I'm not going to use the same answer twice. So this was definitely a big one for me. I loved this book. I still do.
Oh boy, 5 years ago. I don't even, it's funny, like thinking back, like what was I even reading 5 years ago?
Same.
That's a really, I'm not like you. I didn't think of these in advance. Boy. Let's see, 5 years ago, I was in school. I was a sophomore. I think probably, maybe like just Harry Potter in general, for the pure and simple reason that I wasn't as into books and I wasn't as busy, and there was something really nice about rereading them and just kind of not having to think, you know what I mean? Like when you're reading a really good book,
yeah,
like give it some thought. So probably Harry Potter, just because it didn't require that much of me 5 years ago. Next one. All right. Favorite duology or trilogy or series? It's a really good question. I don't want to say Harry Potter again because that sounds super, super repetitive.
We all know we love Harry Potter.
We all know. Hence the tag we just did on my channel. Oh God. Yeah, we're gonna do Harry Potter, mostly because I'm a contemporary reader and a psychological thriller reader, so I don't read a lot of like, and most of those are just generally standalones, like not a lot of series. Actually, no.
I could give you a good psychological thriller series, but I won't.
Is it you?
No.
No? I still haven't watched that. I haven't read or watched it. No, actually, if I had to pick, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and it's just really sweet. It's like, I would say the younger side of contemporary young adult fiction, and it's now, a set of 2 movies, soon to be 3, and it's just really cute. So probably that in terms of it.
Oh, okay. Mine, I've read a lot of series lately. I guess like the top 3 that come to mind, because I can't choose like a favorite besides Harry Potter. The top 3 that come to mind are The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This was super good. All of these really were. The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and The Lorien Legacies by Pittacus Lore.
Yeah.
They were,
I don't read a lot
goodness.
of fantasy, and I feel like most fantasy is a series.
Yes.
Most contemporary is not. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Last book you read. Mine was The Foreseeable Future by Emily Adrian.
I like that one a lot. I actually read it a couple years ago. Mine was The Sleepover by Samantha King, which is a psychological thriller. I read it on Saturday, actually. It was pretty good.
I finished this on Saturday too.
The irony.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one that we switched out. So you want to do that one?
Okay, yes. So, what book would you recommend to someone who's struggling with fitting in or belonging, whether this is with friends or family or whatever?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Do you want to go first, or?
You can go first since you asked it.
I can't remember who wrote this book. Maybe you can remember, because I know we both read it. Every Last Word.
Tamara Ireland Stone.
Yes. It is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, just how the main character went from being a part of this popular group and not really feeling like she belonged there and had a place there, to finding new friends and feeling like she actually belonged somewhere. I don't know, I really like that.
It's such a good book. Like, I recommend it so hard. Mine is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, and it's about this girl who's kind of going through this summer of change. Her moms are getting married, her sister's falling in love, and it's about her kind of navigating her own space in the world. I'm not good at summaries. I do love, it's like one of my, it's probably top 10 if I had to pick, top 10 favorite books, because it's very moving and very, very poignant. Mm-hmm. It's kind of about her finding her own way. You should read it. You'd probably love it.
Oh, I've got it on my TBR, so.
I recommend. All right. So, what book most influenced your life? Now, that is a really deep question, honestly. I'm stealing Harry Potter again because I'm weird, and also because it's true. I started reading it when I was 8, just because we were boarding class and they put it on for us, and it was just, that's all I did through my whole childhood, was just read Harry Potter. And it was really cool to see someone that didn't fit in, that wasn't popular, that was kind of a geek, and him finding out, like, hey, I'm a wizard, I'm special. And as a really shy, quiet, awkward kid, like, it was life-changing. And that was the first book series I read, like, got really hooked onto, which led me to, Magic Tree House, which led me to A2Z Mysteries, and it just kind of, which led me to the Babysitter's Club, which led me to, it like.
Babysitter's Club.
Oh my God, it's great. There's a series, and I don't like
adaptation. I binged it in a day.
Yeah, I'm not a good binge watcher. We know this. No, but the Harry Potter series kind of started me on this whole path to loving books. So definitely those.
Okay, for me, this is very different. So Jessica and I were talking about this. There's a lot of underrepresentation in YA and just books in general where, like, minority is concerned, whether that's race or disability or even like LGBT characters or mental health. Mine was A Song for Tomorrow by Alice Peterson. I 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10 recommend this book. It's about a girl who has cystic fibrosis, but she's also super into singing. It's based on someone's real life, and there's actually a couple of her songs on YouTube. It's fantastic. Y'all should really, really read this. She's a fantastic author.
Oh, now I want to, because I'm so in chronic illness books are so few and far between. So
yeah. Oh no, it's beautiful. Okay.
Go for it.
Book that made you ugly cry. I have 2 answers.
Go first. I'm trying to think.
My first answer is Pretty Girl 13 by Liz Coley. This is basically about dissociative identity disorder. And then 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott.
Same.
That's also about cystic fibrosis.
I'm with you on Five Apart.
Try so hard.
I read that like the day it came out. Literally, I took the morning, didn't go to my psych class, and read the book in bed because I read books like release day of because I have no patience. And spoiler alert at the end where, you know, he's fighting to get her alive when they're in the pond. I'm like, oh my God. And then, you know, I like that it didn't have that.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. It didn't have that.
I cried.
Yeah.
The part that made me cry the most was with Poe.
Oh, stop. Was it right after the birthday party? And like,
oh, yeah, no. It's
have you seen the movie?
Okay. There's a movie?
Yes.
Oh, I need to watch this as a matter of urgency.
You're joking, right? You didn't know there was a movie?
No, I have no idea.
Girl, what? All right, I'm sending you the file of it as soon as I'm done sending you this video.
Oh, please do.
Oh, girl. And then the other one is The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein, because we watched the movie, my parents and I and my sister, right after we got our puppy, our golden retriever puppy, whose name is Lucky, who looks exactly like the movie, the movie and the dog in the movie. Like, I read the book and lost it because it was so emotional, and my God, and so it's beautiful. I cry at dog things. I don't cry at a lot of other things, but I cry at dog things.
That makes sense.
Okay, book that made you laugh. So this is a really interesting, like it's called Kill the Boy Band. It's by Goldie Moldavsky. I'm probably saying her name way wrong. And it's like about fandom and fan culture, and it's like about these girls who sneak into this concert. It's very young adulty, and I laughed the whole way through. And the other one is called The Pros of Cons by Allison Cherry, and it's about these three girls who meet up at this convention, and they like get into all these mishaps because one's a drummer, one does taxidermy, and the other one is like a fanfic writer. And those two are just like my funny, like when I'm sad or when I need a good pick-me-up, I'll read either of those and just smile because they're both really well written. I strongly recommend.
I really want to read both of these now.
I'll send you links because they're both contemporary young adult things. They're both really lighthearted and they're both great. So those two.
Oh, wow. Okay, this one made me cry and laugh, and it was just great. It's Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren.
Ooh,
I actually heard about this, and I am subscribed to this booktuber, Haley in Bookland. It's amazing. I'll plug her channel in the description as well. She recommended this as one of her like favorite books of 2019, and I immediately went and looked for it, and I didn't get to reading it until last month, and it is just amazing. The one main character is Korean, which I really loved, that like it's not just white main characters all the way through.
Can we just point how representation, I mean, like I'm brown, I'm from Guyana for Estelle's followers that don't know, and we don't see brown in young adult literature, we don't see Korean in young adult literature. It's either black or white, and it's just very disheartening sometimes. So I agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm. No, it was a really good book. It turned out so well. It was beautiful. It's such a good love story.
Oh, stop.
Can I just say, like, the names Josh and Hazel are fantastic.
I like Hazel. Like, I feel like Josh is a very common name.
It is, but it's
Hazel.
Like, that's his English name. So, you know, he has like a Korean name. I can't even remember what his Korean name is.
You probably say it wrong too. I don't pronounce anything correctly. Not good. Hazel so good. Reminds me of Fault in Our Stars, Hazel.
Yes, me too.
Like that's the first thing I think of when I think of Hazel. All right. Your turn, I think, to ask.
Character you'd like to be for a day. Okay, you go first.
No, you go first.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So firstly, I need to say I tease Jessica for this because she reads a lot of books with like a main character called Samantha that aren't even related.
Accent, I swear to God.
Very, very funny. But so my character is this girl called Sam McKenna. It's in Rites of Passage by Joy
I read that.
Joy N. Hensley. Yeah. There we go. It is a good book. She is a fantastic character. I want to go to military school and be like her.
She's awesome.
I didn't actually know you read this.
I did read it, yes. She's from a family of boys, and she's kind of, I think they've just started recruiting women to go to this military academy.
Yeah, she's in the first batch.
She's the first batch. Okay, I'm not, yeah. As cliched as it sounds, Hermione from Harry Potter, because I am like the definition of a type A overachieving book nerd, and I'm one of those people that like...
Are you a Ravenclaw?
Yes.
Me too. That's so perfect.
I was Hermione for Halloween when I was 9. It was my crowning achievement. It was amazing, and I loved it, and it was fun, and just to be able to be that smart and to have that much like assuredness in your sense of self is something I really value, and I don't think I have a lot of. So Hermione Potter.
See, like I would have chosen a Harry Potter character, but I wouldn't be able to leave the universe after just a day.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
See, I think I'd be way too willing to leave military school after a day.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a very accurate thing. I think I'd like it. Well, see, here's the thing, though. Hermione's surrounded by guys. Like, her and Ginny aren't even close. So I think by, like, hour 18, and I'm an introvert. Like, I'd be like, can we leave now? Can I get out and go home?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know
Fair enough.
For this one. Book so good you dreamt about it. I will say that this book that, this isn't completely accurate. Well, this isn't... I'm going to use it because it's not something I do very often. I don't talk about books with people typically. I'll read them and answer, I'll mark them and like move on with my life. But the book Estelle mentioned earlier, Every Last Word, Tomorrow Ireland Stone, I read it and it's amazing. And I like looked on Goodreads and I saw that she had read it 12 hours ago, and I never text her. Like, I'm terrible at reaching out. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at it. But I texted her.
It's fine.
No, it's not. It's terrible. I was like, we need to talk about this right now. And we had a whole discussion on it. So that one, just because it was the first book.
It was fantastic.
It was the first book I read, because I read a lot. It was the first book I read, and I was like, I need to talk about this with someone. I didn't dream about it, but it stuck in my mind so much that I had to say thoughts, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I actually do dream about books, but that's because I think about them and then I fall asleep, and yeah. I think the book I dreamt about the most was probably The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and it reminds me way too much of what's happening in the world right now with like coronavirus and all that kind of thing. Like, this disease spreads around the world and they use kids to try and find a cure because their brains aren't infected by it.
That's deep.
It's
that's deep. Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, this reminds me too much of what's going on right now. It also like talks about climate change. We all know climate change is a thing too. It felt very timeless. Yeah.
Yeah.
That entire series.
Nice.
It is your turn.
No. Isn't it? No, I answered that.
It is.
No, I did
book. Oh, okay, fine. Book you DNF'd. I have 2. Well, 1.5. My first one is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager.
What?
I couldn't get into it.
No,
I'm
girl.
sorry. I really didn't like it.
And so
I really tried. I tried more than once. I just couldn't get into it. Okay, and the second one, I finished this book a couple of years ago, and then I wanted to reread it because I could barely remember anything that happened, and I just couldn't finish it. The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Okay, I kind of agree with you on that because I had to read that for English class, and it was good, but it wasn't like amazing, if that makes sense.
It didn't captivate me.
So mine is We Are Totally Normal by Rahul. Oh, I'm gonna mess up his last name. Kanakia? Something like that. And the writing style didn't click with me. Mm-hmm. The main character was kind of a jerk. I couldn't I couldn't get into it. All right, turn now. Yes, we're doing this correctly. Okay. What book are you excited for? Or are you excited to read?
Okay, you can go first.
Oh, damn it. I'm so sorry. Why am I not good at this? So the thing about living in the US, we have like Bookshare, which is like the online program, and it releases books the day they're released in hardcover, and all books are released on Tuesdays. So yesterday was Tuesday. What are the days? And one came out yesterday, and it's called The End of Her by Sherry Lapina, and it's a psychological thriller, and I'm like, my to-be read list is just constantly growing and growing and growing, but that one sounds really good. So that one for the moment.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I have two. If You Tell by Greg Olson. I saw this on Goodreads, and I really want to read it, but I cannot find it anywhere.
I'll look it up for you.
It came out last year. And then the other one is, okay, this is not a young adult book. It's more like memoir-ish. I am subscribed to this mom on YouTube. Her name's Angela Braniff, and she's an adoptive mom, and she like makes amazing videos about like motherhood, and her family have a vlogging channel, and she's just fantastic. I love what she does. She wrote a book that was released a couple months ago called Love You Without Borders. I really want to read this book.
Now I want to read that. That sounds amazing. Yes.
She talks about her kids. Most of her kids. I think her one son. It's on Audible, so I want to try and get it from there.
Okay.
But I like, she's so amazing. I love this woman with my entire heart. I want to get to know her family. I am super obsessed.
Awesome.
Shame. I will send this video to her after.
Oh my goodness, yes!
I cannot deal.
That's amazing.
She's an amazing mom. She puts out amazing content. She's so good at what she does. And I can't wait to like dig into her mind and hear what she has to say. She's such an inspiration to me. I just hope I can be a mom like her someday.
That is so sweet.
Sorry, that got really deep.
No, I know what you mean. That's exactly how my friend and I feel about Jennifer Love Hewitt, who we love. No pun intended. No, I get that completely. Yeah, that was it. There were just 12 questions.
Yeah. So, okay. Wow. Jessica, thank you so much for doing this with me. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Do you have anything to say other than that?
If you want more book tags, like I'm down to do this more often because this was genuinely
Me too.
So much fun. And the blog with this tag on it had so many other tags on it. Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't
definitely do more of these. No.
Okay, we need to do these more because this is fun.
Yes.
And thank you for having me.
No, you're so welcome. Thank you for like reaching out and saying you wanted to do this. This is super fun.
No problem.
So the only thing I want to say is if you guys have any other video ideas for me, please let me know in the comment section. Please go show Jessica some love on her channel. It will be in the description box along with a video we did on her channel. And yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss my covers or these new fun, either informative or just wonderful filler videos.